Okay, and welcome back everybody. You're watching the Premier League Season 3. My name is Triumph Man and I will be casting Absolute Legends versus Meet Your Makers. This is game number 2 in a best of 3 series. Now, unfortunately, Absolute Legends, well, unfortunately for Meet Your Makers, they got completely crushed in game number 1. They're off to a decent start. They had what they needed to have happening, which was keeping Sven under control. Unfortunately, Darkseer and Magnus just got completely out of control in return, and those vacuums and polarity shifts pretty much were the end of Absolute Legends. They tried to push it early, tried to get some early Raxes, early towers, and in the end, Absolute Legends just came in with those ults, those vacuums, just swept them up into a great big group and then cleaved them down with some nasty big crits there from Sven as well as the Magnus.
Behold the horn.
And there we go, Meet Your Makers. They banned both the Bounty Hunter and the Magnus straight up. Also had the Batrider banned out by Absolute Legends. Just wondering if we'll see Templar Assassin banned as well. Now, MYM do have the first ban here, so they have the opportunity to pick up the Darkseer if they want to. Of course, Darkseer was very influential in game number 1. But Dirge also banned out here by AL. Looks like they don't really appreciate that. In fact, we've seen Dirge exactly how annoying he is. The early Tombstone is definitely frustrating stuff. But MYM go with the early Templar Assassin now. Of course, we've got some counters available. Batrider, of course, is number 1, but he has been banned out. Queen of Pain, yeah, kind of meh against Templar Assassin. They decided to send a mid, but it could be a dual mid. Something like a Jakiro Chaos Knight has been a very common mid against Templar Assassin and can really help shut her down. Of course, it's not so much the whole DOTs burning through the refraction, but it's more just the whole 2v1 scenario is just more difficult to deal with, as well as a double stun is just tough stuff to deal with. Now, the double pick though for Meet Your Makers.
10 seconds.
I think we'll probably see a support and possibly one of their primary farms or another solo picked up. I mean, they could go for their suicide solo. Now, if they want it, they could pick up a Darkseer if they want him for the solo. There we go. Does indeed get picked up, so that'll probably be the solo here. And I'm kind of expecting to see a support picked up as well, but we might not. We'll see.
The sack.
Alright, Leshrac being picked up. Now that can go either way. Of course, Leshrac we saw earlier in the evening played as a semi-carry, and of course just before played as a support. So either way works. But Absolute Legends, they go with the Sven once again. And this time I sort of feel like MYM might ban out the Wisp. I really feel like that would have been a good ban last match. However, they decided not to go with it, and well, they kind of copped the results there. They allowed Sven, Chen, and Wisp all in the same lineup because Chen makes Sven very, very hard to kill when you've got that heal going down the tether. But now we have got the Nakes also being banned out there as well. Okay, deciding to get rid of that, of course. We've seen exactly how annoying Nakes can be if he gets the Surge there from Darkseer, or if he just hitches a ride with the blinking Templar Assassin. Also really painful stuff. We see the Wisp banned out. They decided to get rid of the Broodmother. They are fearing her in the suicide lane. At the moment, AL don't really have a suicide lane picked out. They might just go for something simple like the Windrunner. Definitely a possibility there. She's still available. Could also go for their own Enigma if they wanted to. Now, the fourth ban here for AL though. They are looking, I think, to ban out possibly some of the supports. I mean, they could decide to get rid of the Rubik if they wanted to as well. Or they might, well, MYM do have the first pick here, but they could decide to pick up the Rubik, of course, Leshrac and Rubik. But I think Chaos Knight is also a potential pick here for MYM. They could indeed snap him up, and of course, Leshrac and Chaos Knight do cause some really nasty carnage. And if MYM don't actually ban out the Wisp, they might actually just pick it up next. And then, I mean, we've seen exactly how effective Wisp can be with just a Templar Assassin. But of course, they can get a CK or even a Tiny tossed in after that. That can definitely be exactly what they want and need. But there we go, Chaos Knight being banned up by AL. They decided to make sure that doesn't get selected. MYM though, with their final ban here, AL looking for some more soft support. And there we go, the Wisp being banned out. So it looks like MYM didn't have any desire to use that, especially with the CK banned out now, but it looks like we won't be allowing that combo there this time with Wisp and Sven, of course, all of them. They'll lose that global presence, and this will allow MYM to split push a little bit more. Like last match, they couldn't really split push too much because if they did that, then Wisp and somebody else would just jump in behind them and try and take them out. But the final ban for AL, and they decide to ban off the Enigma. Of course, Darkseer, Vacuum, plus the Black Hole can be some pretty mean stuff as well. It also would have been, I mean, of course, they could have tossed that in the jungle. I mean, either way, they could have thrown Enigma even into the suicide lane if they wanted to. But of course, Enigma can even take a solo mid if you really feels like it. But the fourth pick here for MYM, just looking at their lineup here, we've got Leshrac already, Darkseer. I mean, they could even be hoping. maybe Nagasiren, although she's really not become that popular, to be honest. And especially with the big cleaves there on Sven, her illusions don't last nearly as long as you'd like them to. And especially, I mean, they've got plenty of AoE, Jakiro, Queen of Pain, Sven. So no, I think Nagasiren is unlikely, unless they were playing for a huge wombo combo. Darkseer, Nagasiren, and something like the Enigma definitely would have been a possibility, except Enigma, of course, banned out, so not going to happen now. I don't feel like it. But fourth pick here, it looks like they're going to take their time. Of course, they've got plenty of overtime here, having moved through the banning phase fairly quickly. Darkseer likely with that suicide. I mean, if they wanted to, they could pick up their own jungler potentially, just to try and put pressure. Or they could just go with Leshrac, another hero to back up Leshrac, and then a jungling Enchantress, if they felt like it. Would be a possibility. Don't think we'll see. I don't feel like we'll see a Furion in this matchup. I think they're really looking for something like that. So MYM are going to take their time with this one. On the other hand, just looking at AL's lineup, they are looking for another soft support. And most likely a suicide. So Queen of Pain probably going to take the mid here, I get this feeling. Although that said, it could actually be an offensive trial. I mean, they could be planning to run an offensive trial. I mean, if they pick up Lina, Sven, Jakiro, could be a very nasty trial to run. Put Queen of Pain in the safe lane and then have Sexy Bambo run something in the mid. I mean, we might even see something like Sexy Bambo Weaver mid. I mean, we've seen all sorts of crazy stuff like that from him in the past. But Night Stalker being selected here for the MYM. Where are they going with this one? It's an offensive Night Stalker trial lane. Possible. I'm not really sure if MYM are going to be able to pull off the Night Stalker, though. We'll see in a moment. And now the fourth pick for AL. I'm not really sure about that Night Stalker pick, but we'll see what they can do with it. Because Night Stalker is only effective half the time, and the whole deal is I just don't know if MYM had the coordination or the super mobile ganking power that they want. I mean, I really dig Night Stalker and Bounty Hunter together, but I just don't know if they can make this one work with this lineup. Of course, they've got Darkseer who needs to sit down and farm, Templar Assassin. She can definitely gank, but she takes a little bit of time to get going. But it looks like we might see Freezer on the Windrunner here as a suicide solo. Unless they're planning for something like a Sexy Bambo Windrunner mid. I mean, that's still a possibility if they're planning to run Jakiro and Sven in the side lane or an offensive tri-lane. But I mean, again, Windrunner fits in just about anyway. Could indeed be a support in a tri-lane. Wouldn't be the first time we've seen her do that. But the final pick here for MYM, they are looking for, okay, a Beastmaster being picked up, so that, okay, probably their suicide solo will mostly focus on the Ancient stack. Darkseer in this case, I think likely to jungle, Templar Assassin mid, and then Leshrac and Night Stalker taking the mid, taking the safe lane as a dual lane. What they'll be up against though, we'll see in a moment here. Final pick from AL. They will be going, well, they have a minute and a half of overtime at the moment. AL have really been down quick with the picks. But I think they're looking for another support here. Unless Windrunner's playing to play soft support, but I get the feeling that she's probably going to be the suicide solo here, and they'll just go defensive with the Sven. Unless they're doing something crazy, like they'll have another, they couldn't even pick up something like Keeper to just pull there for Queen of Pain, and then have Sven and Jakiro dual mid, but at the same time, I mean, they could even do an offensive Sven, Keeper, and Jakiro tri-lane. That's also a possibility. They want to take that and just try and put a lot of pressure on Leshrac and Night Stalker. Also a possibility. So they've got some choices here, but we'll see where they decide to go with that. It also would give them a little bit of global gameplay as well, being able to force different lanes and then just teleport people to them. So AL are going to go through all of their overtime here while they decide what their final pick is. It's Come With Me. It's gonna, actually don't know how much discussion that Come With Me goes into this. We will see in a moment anyway. Get the feeling, oh, whoa, okay, I was about to say, I'm getting the feeling we're going to see this extra support, but then again, whatever, Absolute Legend's going to completely throw the Accepted Doctrine out the door. They have gone for a Lycan pick. Now, Lycan obviously has really dropped in popularity. It was, you know, the #1 ban for so long, and then received a bit of a nerf, and people kind of forgot about it. But I get the feeling, okay, Jakiro, Sven, going to take, it could actually be a dual mid. There could be a Jakiro, Sven dual mid, Queen of Pain in the safe lane, Lycan in the jungle, and then, of course, Windrunner in the suicide lane. Well, we'll see what they do with this. Unexpected to say the least. Anyway, let's call out the players here. Alright, so playing for the Radiant side for MYM, we have We have Calculus here on the Templar Assassin, F and Mad there on the Beastmaster, Packin there on the Night Stalker, Atsy playing the Leshrac, and the Neno on Darkseid. The Neno is a support player. Looks like Darkseid will be going soft support here from the jungle. Meanwhile on the dire side, we have got Come With Me playing the Lycan, Sony playing Sven, Frieza on the Windrunner, Mania playing Jakiro, and Sexy Bambo on the Queen of Pain. Okay, so Sexy Bambo taking the mid there. Frieza going to be taking that suicide with the Windrunner. Has picked up some wards there, and it looks like she's going to block. She's not sure where she's going with this, actually. So she's going to block that easy game. I think she's worried about Darkseid pulling that. Of course, they can just use the wild axes to cut down these trees, and then Darkseid can pull. So blocking that early on just to annoy him.
30 seconds to battle.
And we'll see where she goes with the second ward as well. Now, they've seen her running past there. The question is whether or not they've guessed that there is a ward blocking this camp here. Sven and Jakiro looks like they'll be taking the safe lane. Bambo's going to be taking the mid lane. See a bit of harassment there on Frieza, having been chased around a little bit. The Night Stalker is going to be taking that safe lane. He will be backed up by Atsy. Now, Lycan, of course, jungling. There we go. Has started off with a stout shield and a hatchet. Oh wow, and they've actually blocked up this camp as well to really annoy F and Mad. However, they expected that coming and counter-ward it. Make sure it's not going to happen. Just got to lose one pull, but that is definitely something you can frustrate Beastmaster with, blocking that ancient camp. It's going to be Bambo mid. Now this is going to be, I think Calculus should have an advantage here. Of course, Refraction. He's fairly resilient to what Bambo has up his sleeve, and of course Refraction gives him that last hitting advantage. And of course, once he gets a Sideblade spill, he can harass fairly easily with that. Meanwhile, though, Windrunner now copying some harassment back, trying to back up here. Getting hemmed in by the Leshrac illusions. Has, of course, got a Windrun up at the moment, so she can try and make good of her escape. Darkseid, though, has spotted the fact that this is blocked. And you can't really jungle at the moment. We'll go and try and counterward that in a moment, most likely. Frieza, though, still on the run here. Chased down by a couple of illusions. Meanwhile, in mid, there we go. Sexy Bambo really struggling here. Have we seen? No, haven't even. Just some auto-attack harassment there. Not even the Sideblade spill yet. Meanwhile, up the top, F and Mad now trying to cause some trouble. They're not really finding much room. They're going to see the pull there. Frieza should be okay, unless actually, no, Split Earth could cause some damage. Yes, Split Earth does, in fact, clean him up there. Meanwhile, the Neno are going to decide to get his counterward. Unfortunately, blowing his counterward, that means he can't counterward that easy camp, but it looks like he's more interested in this hard camp anyway. Frieza did not burn his wards there. Use them over here, as well as that easy camp. Now, bottle being delivered out to Calculus. Sexy Bambo, his should also be on the way fairly shortly. Looks like a bit of double jungling happening here. Like I'm gonna share a bit with Jakiro. And again, Frieza being forced back, still trying to find his level 2. Once he gets level 2, of course, he can start spamming that power shot. But now, he's picked up that Windrun as just sort of a safety net to avoid being ganked. Double damage rune being found there as well. It looks like Atsy's going to grab that up and just harass with it. No, it looks like Calculus is going to run for it, but he might not be able to reach it. Queen of Pain's moving. I think they've guessed that she's coming. In fact, this is going to be a big trap. If she blinks into this, it's going to be trouble. Decides not to go for it. That surge made her change her mind. Meanwhile, well, the mid lane is empty. Beastmaster steps over and decides to start picking up some experience. Then heads back as soon as Calculus heads back. Oh no, Calculus actually changing his mind once again. Gonna head back towards. Looks like he's gonna try and cut the Windrunner, who's starting to get boxed in here. And there is a Void up. A level 2 Void should be able to finish this if they need to. Windrunner now gonna eat. Oh, manages to pop the Windrunner, though, being slowed significantly once again. Surging up. The Night Stalker should be able to get this kill. There we go. Oh, gives the first blood to her. The tower gonna help him finish her off. That's it though, of course, we have Lycan farming away in the jungle, and of course you can see he's much slower now because these wolves are a lot weaker. This is definitely an issue with the jungle. Lycan has to pull a lot more and rely on those pulls, of course. He's on the dire side, so he can pull a little bit more effectively. You see the neutrals starting to get stacked up here at the ancient camp. Now has picked up the early Urn of Shadows as well. Mid lane now, we see some of that Shadow Blade, Shadow Strike harass, not really doing as much as he'd hope. Meanwhile in mid, 13 and 4 there for Sexy Bambo. Now gonna, double damage rune. It's gonna cause some serious damage. Blinks away there. Calculus though, just have to contend himself with some last hits. And he's sitting on 12 and 2, so definitely a very close matter here. Bottles being used to recharge both heroes.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
See, Windrunner still looking for this level, still looking for some experience here. Going to try and jack the creep. Not really going to work for her though. Magic immune pull camp, so she can't really jack that easily with the power shot. Come with me with the easy pull there. See a bit of a clash here. Haste room being founded by Calculus. This could be bad news for Sexy Bambo here. Decides not to use though. I mean, double damage to haste. Could have gone for it. Decides not to. In fact, just going to sit down and get those last hits in. Really wants to hit that level 6 before he starts getting too hyper-aggressive here. Meanwhile, Night Stalker getting a solo's worth of experience right now. Should be able to hit level 6 by around about the 5.5 minute mark. If not the 6 minute mark. Which is exactly pretty much what he needs to be on par for the first night, to ready to start rolling around. You might see even Templar Assassin just buckle down and farm out that Blink Dagger while Night Stalker puts on the early pressure at the 6 to 12 minute mark. Bit of a pull there from Atsy, just going to try and pick up a little bit of golden experience for himself. You know, Windrunner looks like she's just going to focus on doing a little bit of pulling and helping clean that up as well. That's where she's going to find her farm there. As it looks like, oh, Templar Assassin falling low, going to heal up though in a second. As it looks like Queen of Pain, vulnerable, but she's got a blink up. Of course, being able to blink into those trees and just get away for a few seconds, which might be all she needs for the tower to do its work. Come with me though, starting to run out of mana. Starting to run out of puff there. 10 to farm really is hurting him. This, trying to farm this early without focusing on the pulls, and of course Chikiro is taking a lot of the pulls there, so it's kind of slowing him down a little bit. See Sexy Bambo still having to be quite cautious. His bottle is getting shuttled back out though. So has to be very cautious someone doesn't come in from behind there and try and just gank him like that. A smoke gank like that could be definitely quite crippling. Like this Wolf's going to do a little bit of scouting there. In fact, he's just going to try and block the pull there. In fact, he manages to. Nicely done. He's going to annoy Beastmaster a little bit. See side trap set down there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Looks like they're just going to go for the push though. First Knight has struck, and what is he going for? Night Stalker has hit level 6, has gone 3 and 4, 2 in Hunter, 1 in Crippling Fear, and none in his ultimate this match. Mad at the moment, doesn't really have the mana to start spamming down this ancient stack.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Breeze is doing what little he can. I think he's waiting for the next push to come in. I think Sexy Bambo may need to reconsider this counter gank. In fact, I think he is. Not much he can do about that. The Edict and the Iron Shell are going to do way too much damage to him, especially if he cops the silence. He doesn't have the burst really to drop Night Stalker quickly and efficiently. On your level 3 Scream and level 1 Sonic Wave, not enough at all. Templar Assassin, on the other hand, sitting down in the mid and farming away. 31 and 6, doing alright at the moment. Now I think it's down to Night Stalker to put the pressure on. Just buy time for Templar Assassin to get a Phase Boots, get a Blink Dagger, and then she can really start causing the harm. That said though, of course, we do have Lycan sitting in the jungle farming away, so they might need to pay some attention to him fairly soon. And the counter push is on the top lane. Sony, of course, is here again, still farming up. Gonna get those drums in a second as well. Oh, Queen of Pain also backing up. Looking for another ancient stack. Pack incoming mid, although then again, still nothing happening with that. Man, still kind of low on mana, still hasn't finished up his Soul Ring. If that is indeed what he's going for, we'll see in a moment. Breeze are now probably going to die here. They should be able to bring this one down fairly easy. Between the Iron Shell, a couple of auto attacks there. She's going to start wind running away. However, the speed there from Night Stalker should be enough to finish her off. Void going to do the finish. And now he's just going to duck back there and get away from Queen of Pain. Though she pops the screen there. Will she go for the Sonic Wave as well? Split Earth lands. Bambo down some trouble. Do we have an Urn there from Night Stalker? Decides not to pop it. Actually throws it down to Queen of Pain. She should get the last hit in. Nicely done there. And Packin now going to teleport away. I thought he was going to pop it on himself there, but he decided to use it offensively just to prevent Queen of Pain from blinking out. Ballsy play from him in the end pays off. Lycan now still trying to build this Vlad, and it is definitely slow progress indeed. Has picked up the life steal, but that's about it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
See double damage there being activated by Templar Assassin. Is she going to gun for something? Looks like she's going to try and get this mid-tower push happening. No defense is being mustered just yet from the Dire side. Twin-handed Dragon is coming, but they will need some extra help, I think, especially if Nano's skulking about. Templar Assassin, though, 800 gold, 900 gold. Should be fairly close to getting a Blink Dagger fairly soon. Packin's also here. Should be able to beat down in this tower fairly easily. Mid tower going down. No counter push is really happening. Sven sitting up here doing his own thing. Said all he's got right now is looking towards a drum. So let me bring up the GPM at the moment. 413 gold per minute there for the Night Stalker. 370 there for Sven. But 360 as well for the Templar Assassin. And only 222 for the Lycan. His jungling has been a very slow progress indeed. Packin just making use of this Knight. Hasn't really been that. Hasn't really been super aggressive. Has picked up a couple of kills. 3-0. No assist though yet. So Beastmaster now just going to try and pick up these Ancients there. Best he can. Lycan though trying to screw up this. Oh, she knows he's going for the body block, trying to buy 5%. Sven finds room for a stun, and they're going to go for this Ice Path to follow up. Easy kill. The nice body block there from the Lycan. And now they're going to try and jack this Ancient camp here with Sven's cleave. Also, Lycan also show up for the party here. There you go. He's picking his facilities. Should almost have the Vladimir's offering done in a moment. This is still fairly slow there compared to the old Vlad's offering. Teleport's going to come in though. Here comes Calculus. They already got the steal happening. Ice Path gets tossed out. Nicely done. Stormbolt also thrown in. Dual Breath on top of that. And now Templar Assassin about to regret things. Although here comes a God Strength there from Sony. Sony can't really run this down. We see Templar Assassin trying to back off. Lycan though ulting up. Going to give chase. Ice Path catching Calculus. Calculus brought down. And a great counter-attack to Absolute Legend. Silence being thrown into Bambo. Bambo has no mana anyway. Still 3 seconds before he can pop that. Mad going... Oh no, another stun from Sven. He's got mana coming out the bazoo here. He's got so many stuns available. Can he pick off Night Stalker? Night Stalker still running. Going to charge over a slow trap there. The Sonic trap. But I think AL are going to call it a day and back off. Or rather call it a night. And back down. Oh no, I'm wrong. They're going to go for it still. Although need to watch out. Bambo now blinking away. Doesn't get caught out for a change. Or will he actually? Night Stalker still coming back. Sven comes back. Fakes out that he's got a stun. He doesn't really. He doesn't have any mana for a stun either. And greedy Sven goes in and also picks off the ball. Oh wow, and they've still got this too. They can go and pick up that Ancient stack on top of that. So nice steal. Not only do they get a bunch of kills, but they also steal that Ancient stack. Very well played by Absolute Legends. And all set up though by those invisible wolves with that body block down. Lycan, there we go, that's finished up. And he's picked up a chainmail. That looks like it's going to be, I believe, a Medallion of Courage. You see the gold chart there being dropped. Only a 1.5k advantage now, going from nearly 3k. The experience chart falling in favour of the Dire side now. 15k experience lead as well. Good series of kills there. Plus, of course, the Ancients sweeping them up as well. See the Neno needing to avoid... I mean, the neutrals so far have taken a kill each match. Will they take a third? Loader getting taken out game 1. It looks like Shakiro now trying to hold his ground against Packin. Packin, though, getting hit in the face by Sonic Wave. Queen of Pain blinking. A couple of auto attacks here, cancelling him out. Needs another auto attack. Queen of Pain, though, getting silenced. He's turning around. Another Void up in a second. Sexy Bambo trying to back out. Creep, though, going to block Packin. Oh, frustrating stuff for him. He should have had that kill. Fortunately, those Creep getting in the way. Headdress being picked up by Windrunner has managed to get herself on her way to a mech. Just looking at gold, still falling in favour of the Dire, although it's still on the Radiant side, but still getting close to the Dire side. Still trending towards them. 1k now. Sony now getting ready to take this fat stack here. They might bring Lycan just for lifesteal. I think the Dire side, yeah, they know, the Radiant side, right, they know this is here, of course, the side traps. And the Radiant side apparently know that the Dire know that the Radiant know. And there we go, they're just going to clean these up. Oh, they can't quite see that ward there. And there we go, the Roar going down on Mania. Mania, an easy pick off there. Split up to chain stun. Wild Axis as well to finish. Will MYM decide to go for some revenge and take this again? Another side trap thrown. Oh, well, it's not really going to help because it's going to kill that again thanks to detection. And now it's Daylight again. Unfortunately, Night Stalker, his first reign of terror is over. But that said, Calculus, I believe, has a Blink Dagger on the way. Yes, he does. And this is where things get a little bit sketchy for them. Medallion of Courage, though, finished for Lycan, as well as Vladimir's offering. Looks like Lycan's almost on track, actually. So the gold per minute, he's actually picking up a little bit. See the side traps getting picked off. And Sven actually going to go for this now. The counter attack not coming though, as it looks like they are just supporting top to try and counter that push. Sven going to pick up. Sony going to get a lot of cash here. 428 gold per minute at the moment. Just looking at his items, he is going for the early BKB again. Sexy Bambo on the other hand, I think is possibly building a Necro book. That's what I get from this. That's what my gut feeling is. And of course, we'll see where Lycan goes. Hasn't gone for the Necro book, obviously. We'll see where he goes instead with his build. But it might be building the Necro book next. We'll see. I mean, 2 sets of level 3 Necro books is definitely some rough stuff to have to deal with, but it have been delayed somewhat, haven't been super rushed. Now the push here on the tier 1 top towers. It looks like Lycan now. He's been spotted out. Oh, Beastmaster's him. There's the roars. It looks like he's getting taken out here. His urn being popped down. Chain's done there from Split Earth. And Atsi now having a path cut through the trees from the Queen of Pain's rocked up. Pops down her ult. Hits 3 heroes there. Picks off the Leshrac. Here comes Sven as well. Been slowed down with the ball though. Can he get some speed in? He's popped the drums as well. Gonna charge in. Stormbolt comes in. They pick off. Poor old Beastmaster is now, it looks like Hacken though, throwing down his own nuke. Freeze needs to be careful as it looks like the Nano is boxed in here. Dual breath to finish him. And Night Stalker as well as Templar Assassin will manage to disengage and back up there. They have thrown out preemptive slow there. See Night Stalker still working towards a bit. Well, I mean that could be a BKB or it could be an Arcanum Scepter. I kind of feel it's going to be a BKB though, to try and shut down some of these really nasty nukes. Absolute Legends though, copying the slows, not really caring though. Going to force this push anyway. And a Master Band is coming up for Sven. Sven definitely looking pretty scary at the moment. Going to finish up the beaks hopefully. We'll need it indeed. But it looks like he's just gone for some early move speed and attack speed. As well as, of course, the lifesteal going to help him out quite a bit. And you combine that with Lycan's lifesteal as well. Just going in there on top of things, helping things out as well. Now we see Nano now going to move forward there with the Iron Shell. Going to try and harass him back. But that said, not going to be able to go toe-to-toe now. Of course, the Medallion of Courage plus the Wolves and just the damage that Lycan's putting out now definitely going to be quite painful. So it looks like they are going to try... Oh, Mania, they can see him. Unfortunately, sitting on top of a Sonic Trap. An easy kill there for MYM. MYM, though, going to look for a tower kill as well. Should be able to pick this off fairly easily. Calculus, although coughing a fair bit of damage, needs to be careful he doesn't actually die to the tower. There you go, picks up a kill there.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Looks like they're going to go for early Roshan, as it looks like Kamek is going to cycle his walls there. Again, Medallion of Courage has got a double damage rune as well. He decides not to pop his ult just yet. Right now the Radiant not really suspecting what's going on with that, just not really caring. I suspect it's more that they don't really know what's happening in there. Uh-oh, Lycan actually copying a bit of damage there. Actually going to pop his ult, get bashed again. Really needs another set of wolves to get the aggression off him. There we go, the wolves going to pop in, cycle the aggression or not. He's going to cop yet another bash there. But he will be able to finish this up in the end. Also has a bottle on him to boot. There we go, Darkseer working on a mech. Is he Quinnipan actually went for a 4-star? Interesting choice there. Of course, it will help her back up and get or put some distance in between her and Night Stalker when she's silent, so not a terrible option. Again, 4-star, one of those items just all around really useful. And again, she can also use it to help Lycan or even Sven close the gap on their enemies. And the ancient stack there as well, also being cleaned up by these carriers there. It's now Lycan 1600 gold in the bank. Will he go for the Necronomicon next? We'll see. Stormbolt in there, it's an effing mad though, going to get picked off, an easy couple of hits there. Fortunately, the burst damage there from the Radiant side too strong. Beastmaster also pick up multiple Medallions of Courage this game. It's an item we don't see all that frequently, but when it gets picked up, it gets picked up. There we go, Beastmaster also grabbing his own. He is mostly just to try and help deal with the Sven armor aura. You see, he is getting a few levels, and it definitely helps make him a lot tankier. Now Templar Assassin jumping in there, they will get the deny. Nice moves there for Carcass, have a copping a stun there. Queen of Pain going to jump in, and now he's very vulnerable there. Pops another refraction though. Can they burn through his refraction charge? And Mel getting popped in. Can they pick him off here? Power shot to finish. They will manage to bring him down. We've also got Beastmaster just popping back up. Pulse being used. Atsi also brought low there. Macropire sent in, not doing a whole lot other than cutting down trees. And it looks like they will back up there, getting away from the Edict. Queen of Pain though falling low will back up. And it looks like Absolute Legends have picked off a nice series of kills and then back up. Darkseer though, working towards that mech still. Actually no, he's almost there. Only needs a couple of hundred more gold and he'll have that buckler. Now Windrunner trying to get away, gets slowed down though. Pops the mech there, trying to heal up. Gonna teleport out of it tight. She won't make it away though, too much damage. And really that Iron Shell, level 4, gonna do way too much damage. Now Lycan Gonna head over here. Oh, nice deny there. The wolves move down. Deny that invisibility rune.
Radiant's bottom tower is
And the
under
Hawk also
attack.
spotting things up as well. Come with me though. Gonna get this ancient stack. Nobody else gonna come in here to stop him. Iron Shell here pushing the mid lane. This tower hasn't suffered that much damage. And we'll check the gold chart at the moment. Still 5k in advantage to the Dire. Absolute Legends also holding nearly an 8k experience lead as well. Item chart here as well. BKB close to being finished there by Night Stalker. Just needs a recipe right now. Sony also close to his own BKB. Again, just looking for that recipe. Freezer mech done like we mentioned that earlier. It's going to be down to what is Queen of Pain doing next. That could be a Booker. I mean, it could be a Yules. A lot of things that Staff of Wizardry could be. I mean, it could even be an Arganims for all we know, though. I suspect if she was going for Arganims, she would have picked up the point booster first. So I get the feeling that that might be a Necro. That might be for a Necro book, but we'll see. And then we got Lycan, level 1 Necro book here. If you can find level 3 within the next 5 minutes, that's going to be very painful for MYM to try and stop. Not only that, but the split pushing power also is going to become quite frustrating. Continuing to put the pressure on the bottom lane, although here it comes Freezer now getting that medallion of courage, pops and shackles, shotgun, a latch into a tree. Calculus getting pinned down to this. There we go. The vacuum comes in. Calculus though can't find the distance. So can't actually find the Eric ability to right click him. Gets caught out there by Raw. Was unable to click on the Templar Assassin. Getting caught out in the middle of the creep there. A meld hit on him, falling low. Needs to be careful. Solved with the nukes. Although Packin now getting shackled once again. Will get cleaned up there. We see the Aura and Warcrow getting popped by Sven. Sven moving in. Going to get a Stormbolt down. Picks up the Dark Dex. Queen of Pain moving in. Come with me. Going to jack the creep wave there. Now Effin Mad in trouble, gets caught out by the Ice Path, finished by a power shot, and Sven to clean up the tower. Meanwhile, we've got Lycan getting taken out, but pops back up in a moment there with the Aegis, and now they're going for Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin, did she buy back? No, she did not. She just managed to survive during that fight, and it looks like they can see her as well. Cannonball gets tossed down, and that's a wrap. Leshrac just reviving now. Another team wipe there for Absolute Legends, plus a tower. Probably going to get a second tower here as well. Macro power up in 15 seconds. Sven and ult's not up, but they pop. There we go. The Howl, the War Cry as well. Going to give them the armor they need, plus the damage to take out this tower nice and quick. I think they also threw drums in that mix as well.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
No, they didn't actually. Nobody's got drums. Oh, yes, they did. Sven does have drums, but they didn't actually use them in that fight. And there we go. Level 2 Necro finish for Lycan. Level 3 very close to being done. All he has to do is pick up a couple of creep camps here, and that will be finished up. Roshan still about 5 minutes away. Freezer back up the top lane. For Sages and Masters, that could be Yules, that could also be an Orchid, or even an Urn of Shadows. In fact, nobody. It's probably an Urn of Shadows. Nobody has one. It's a very common item to pick up, at least one per team. And there we go. Blink Dagger on Sven. There's some ability harvest. Speaking of getting shut down, Windrunner getting blinked on there by Calculus, getting slammed there by the Roar as well. And it looks like Beastmaster going for the Arganim Scepter, of course. Speaking of range, Arganim Scepter on Beastmaster gives him a ridiculously long range, which really helps with setup and initiation. That said though, Blink on Sven gives him a lot of mobility. He can just get straight into that fight. Queen of Pain now with a level 1 Necro. It was a Necro book. Picks up her level 1. That said, level 3 on Lycan finish. This is definitely painful. MYM going to struggle to deal with this for sure. Especially when Templar Assassin loses all of her mana in the middle of a fight. She's not, even if she dodges the damage, she's not going to have any mana for the extra slows, the extra traps, refractions, all that sort of stuff. It's going to take all of her mind games and tricks that she'd have up her sleeve, all her cards that she'd have up her sleeve, and just empty them out and ditch them on the floor. Now, Sexy Bambo, looking in the jungle for trouble, doesn't find anything though. As Sven again, returning to that ancient camp, going to pick him up. That said though, MYM, they're looking for a push on this tier 2 possibly, maybe even a gank. They could try and set something up, but Lycan scouting out ahead with his wolves. I think, yeah, there we go. He's seen what's in store for him in here, possibly. We see Night Stalker wrapping around. They've also got plenty of vision here. The Radiant side also plenty of vision. That Hawk showing Night Stalker what's up, although Freezer actually getting aggressive here. Needs to be careful. There are a lot of Radiant heroes in here, although the Dire also responding, and Queen of Pain's coming in as well. There's a lot of vision in the jungle for both teams.
Tower is under attack.
So here, Split Earth come down. No, they're just farming creep them. But now the initiation coming from Queen of Pain, Split Earth, bam. Sexy Bambo, is he going to go for this there? We're going to see the slow. No, a blink out there. He will manage to get away, and no initiation. Actually, no, Sven going to go for it. No, changes his mind. Doesn't quite get the distance he wants. He's going to stand up here, possibly try and bait the middle, though. He's got no backup, so a bit of an aggressive play there from Sony. Meanwhile, though, bottom lane, Effin Mad, though, going to counter push that. He's about 1800 away from finishing that Arganim Scepter. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain also still picking up cash for level 2, level 3 Necro Book. There we go. BKB on Night Stalker still working out, getting close though. Templar Assassin also needs that quite badly, and looks like Sony's decided to come in. Blink out though. Calculus getting away once again. And I think we're going to see Absolute Legends put the pressure on now. They know they have the team fight advantage. They've got the Necro books. They've got Sven, who's really starting to get spun. They've got the initiation value, pair of blinkers, and they can force these towers down from a distance as well. They've got the minions to do it on top of that. Liquid Fire also really helpful on this push as well as the Warcry. The extra armor on the minions, fantastic stuff here. And the Howl, I mean, it's really easy for them to play. It's a fairly standoffish game with the minions, and then just jump in and counterattack with Queen of Pain. And Sony, when they're ready, when they see an opening, a gap, they can just basically pick MYM apart. See the Silence getting tossed down there and come with me. We'll back up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Sexy Bambo needs to be careful. He doesn't want to cop a silence here, of course. This is nighttime once again. Has he popped? No. Nightstalker hasn't popped his ult. This is natural nighttime. See Blink out there again. Calculus ducking back. Again, they're happy to chip away at this tower. They don't have to commit. Nice to see a Dagon there. There we go. The blink here for Spin. Ice Path gets tossed as well. Beastmaster gets picked up before he can do a damn thing. And here we go. Glyph being popped by the Radiant Fire back there from Beastmaster. He's going to dive back in here. Wall of Replica is up. They will throw that down. Spin's going to watch out for that. His ultimate form is not very nice to fight against in illusion form either. Templar Assassin though going to blink forward once again with the Iron Shot. BKB though popped by Sven. Has he got mana for a stun? No, he does not. They throw it down once again. We'll actually get the stun down in fact. And now Queen of Pain though get chased. We'll pick off the Nero. Abs now in a bit of a bind here. Going to be pressured down here. Ice Path will pick him off. Queen of Pain though copying a lot of damage, but now we've got the buyback once again. Atsu back in the mix. Yeah, Sony now running out of mana. Also his ult's down as well. Another Howl though, but they can keep putting pressure on this melee barracks with just the minions alone. Lycan though moving in, has his ult in 20 seconds. Another slow being tossed in there. Bambo though still going to fly up front here. Has got a 4-star that needs to duck out. Sony as well putting pressure as well. And they will get this Rax 25 minutes in 45 seconds. An early Rax set for Absolute Legends. And they're just going to pick up more and more money. 15,000 gold gain there, as well as a 15,000 experience lead as well. Queen of Pain has enough for a level 2 Necro book now on top of that. I've got to say though, Sony definitely playing up front, but it looks like they could even try and pick up Roshan in a minute as well before they go for that second Rax. And MYM just not finding any room. MYM just not finding any room to maneuver here. They're going for a bit of a smoke gank. If anything can turn around their fortunes, it is a good smoke pick-off. It just comes down to the fact, in these fights, Absolute Legends have just been so much more coordinated. And right now they're playing a really smart game, just with this standoffish minion push, just chipping away at towers, and then forcing MYM to come forward and do something about it. And you saw immediately, as they saw it opening, Sven, first one in, blinks in, gets a stun down, and they just completely blast Beastmaster before he can do a damn thing. Bit of a revenge kill there. Finding a kill there on Windrunner, who's actually working towards an Orchid. It looks like MYM might try and pick off Roshan while Windrunner is down. That said, they've got to watch out. Queen of Pain, is she going to have an ult up? Oh, no, probably not. That said, though, I think the fence would muster too slow, and it looks like Absolute Legends will have to give away this Roshan here to the Radiant side here. See the Aegis picked up. That was number 2. That was number 2, not number 3. So just an Aegis drop, not a cheese. So Sven though, he's getting his cash happening. As you see, 548 gold a minute, and Daedalus is on its way. We've got to keep that in mind. Once you get to the Daedalus, the late game, well, so Templar Assassin is not where she needs to be to deal with a Sven with the Daedalus. Dealing out those big hits, big crits. Beastmaster though, still working his way towards that Argonam Step. Just can't quite get it though. Lycan actually picks a Basher. Okay then. Maybe pick a worse item. If he gets a nice stun off, it can definitely swing a fight around, especially if he gets a nice stun off there on Night Stalker. Night Stalker though, BKB is finished as we see a pick off there. Sexy Bambo finally getting another kill. And again, that blink for actually, wow, Sven not even bothering to stun there. Didn't even need to. Leshrac is just made of paper at this point in time. One bracer and a magic wand to his name. Not exactly what he needs to stay alive, but a good pick off there, and they could put some pressure on, although that said, Lycan just going to split push them. I'm going to threaten that tier 2 tower, while Absolute Legends, they continue to threaten this base tower here. In fact, they keep, actually, wow, Lycan, they're gunning for him. Raw's going to hit him though. Can they get the damage on is the question. Come with me though, has his ult up, trying to slip away here, but Lycan now going to try and outpace the Night Stalker. I'm not sure if he can here. He is a little bit quicker, but he's going to have a Void get thrown in. Not enough damage on. Lycan will manage to slip away as Sven picks up a kill on the bottom lane. And they're going to go for a Rax here. Unfortunately, they committed way too much firepower to trying to gank Lycan. They've given away a Rax here for sure. Sven just tearing through that building. Night Stalker's back, but not quickly enough. MYM make a terrible mistake. They put so much effort into killing killing the Lycan, they just completely give away free racks. And all he has to do is Lycan just has to hound. I mean, he's already contributed to that fight. Fleeing to Pain with a level 3 Necro Book on top of that, and they're just going to sweep over and try and take the tier 2 tower regardless. You got Liquid Fire on that tower now, going to help them burn their way through it. Meanwhile, though, the counter push here, they're just trying to keep this creeps here off, the enhanced creeps here off their tier 4 towers. Meanwhile, they're going to lose their tier 2, and likely going to have their tier 3 push down a second as well. Lycan, 20 seconds away from results. Sven still 30 seconds away. Has his BKB up to boot. Queen of Pain less likely to have her own ult up. But the bigger thing is, of course, the Necro books. They've got 2 level 3 Necros up, and they might actually wait for that. 15 seconds on that. See the blink forward there from Templar Assassin, shackled down though, silence down, Freezer, Ice Path getting sent in, Stormbolt, Raw on Sony, Macropire, Vacuum, Wall of Replica tossed in, Sony in the middle of this, BK being his way through it, trying to fight his way through it, as we see he is going to be forced to back up here, gets killed there by the Void from the Night Stalker. Night Stalker though getting pounded on though by Windrunner. Windrunner will bring him down there, as now the minions going to town there on the Beastmaster. Beastmaster goes down. The only one to escape is Templar Assassin, who is trying to hold off the mid push there. A 4-star in though for Queen of Pain will bring her down. A triple kill there for Sexy Bambo. A tower down, and it looks like Mega Creeps. GG is called, and MYM will take a fall there. A 2-0 sweep. Absolute legends. I've got to say, just outplaying MYM. MYM, they had a good start. Again, both matches, decent start, but absolute legends coming together when it counted with the coordination. Just showing some better work there in the mid-game. And, of course, they had a couple of good pickoffs. And I'm going to say, that fight they had here, around, I think it was around about the 14-minute mark. They had this, no, it was around about the 8-minute mark. They had a really good fight. He picked up a couple of heroes and then stole this nice fat stack of Ancients. That really turned things around. And then caught Lycan up. Lycan had been jungling really slowly, but that caught him back up to where old Lycan was. He had his treads as well as his Vladimir's offering done, and it caught him up to where he needed to be. Showing his treads, his Medallion of Courage and his Vladimir's offering. It caught him up to where he needed to be, and then of course they went to Roshan, and after that it was just smooth sailing from there on out. But guys, I will try and get an interview with someone from Absolute Legends, so stay tuned for that. It will come as soon as possible. Otherwise, stay tuned. Interview coming up, and of course, community-based questions. So feel free to ask them something. I'll see who Samo decides to send to me.